It's a delight for me to be and with the colleagues to be with you this morning, this early Friday morning. My name is L.Thilly. I am the coordinator of the EC2U Alliance and also the coordinator of the RI4C2 project that is going to be presented today. We are absolutely delighted because this is an important step forward in the development of our EC2U Alliance. And this morning, during a short online public presentation, we will provide more information on the EC2U Alliance itself, but also on this Horizon 2020 project that will give another dimension to our alliance, namely with respect to activities in research and innovation. So for that, I will share my screen and we will present you all the details of this project. So I will start with saying that this RI4C2 project, that is the acronym for Research and Innovation for Cities and Citizens, has been submitted by the EC2U Alliance last year, and it has been awarded funding in the Horizon 2020 specific call entitled Science with and for Society. This call was specific to the selected alliances under the European Universities Initiative. The project has just started exactly on the 1st of September this year, and it will be a 3-year project. But I will first give you a broad overview of the mothership of this project. Basically, what is the EC2U, European Campus of City Universities Alliance? This is a pan-European multicultural and multilingual alliance that has been selected by the Commission in the pilot phase of the so-called European Universities Initiative for 3 years, from 2020 until 2023, under the Erasmus Plus program. You have here the composition of the alliance. It is composed of 7 universities: University of Coimbra in Portugal, Alexandru Ioan Cuza in Iași in Romania, Friedrich Schiller in Jena, Germany, Pavia, Italy, Poitiers in France, coordinating university, Salamanca in Spain, and Turku in Finland. In addition to the 7 full partners, we have 30 associated partners. In particular, we are very happy to have the cities of the 7 universities on board, but we have also regional governments, agencies, students associations, science parks, and a lot of socioeconomic actors. So we form a very big family, and this will be very important for the development of the knowledge square. If we look at a few facts and figures, this European Campus of City Universities gathers 162,000 students, almost 10,000 teachers and researchers, a little bit more than 11,000 staff. Over the past decade, altogether, we have been granted more than 600 European projects, and we have already worked together in research, publishing more than 1,221 joint research articles. And also, the grouping of the 7 cities and municipalities forms a community of more than 1.6 million citizens. When we look at the research profile of the 7 universities, and this is what you see on this slide now, in the form of what we call the Wheel of Science, that shows the prominent topics at each university, we see that the 7 universities are both very similar, they are multidisciplinary, but also very compatible and very complementary. And this will be one additional strength for our research and innovation project. But also when we look at the already existing cooperation and research and innovation, we found out that, again, during the past decade, we had already more than 1,200 research articles jointly published by at least 2, but up to 5 EC2U universities. And it was interesting to notice that when again you look into this Wheel of Science, how these joint articles distribute, we can see that we have very strong points of cooperation in physics and engineering, in energy and environmental science, in health and biology, and also in the social science and humanities field. And this led us to define that for the first period of our alliance, we would concentrate on 3 of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the so-called SDGs. And we connected the previous strengths in research with the SDGs, and we decided to first concentrate on the SDG number 3, good health and well-being, the number 4, quality education, and the number 11, sustainable cities and communities. And these 3 SDGs are going to be the core value below, behind, and above all our activities in the next years. And this is in particular seen in the way the mothership, again, the EC2U Alliance project under Erasmus program, is structured with work packages that are led by each of the university. I will not go into details, but we see that we are planning, and we have actually started to create a joint culture and campus life. We are going to also prepare and propose to our community some joint digital tools through the EC2U Connect Center. We will have also the creation of so-called virtual institutes on each of the 3 SDGs that I mentioned before, and they will gather activities in teaching, in research, innovation, and service to society, directly related with society, and we will make all these activities sustainable and open to the world. Just a very small focus on the virtual institutes, because there will be the core engines of our RI4C2 project as well. As I mentioned, the 3 virtual institutes concentrate and focus on the 3 SDGs, and they will gather activities in education, research, innovation, service to society, and this in an interdisciplinary manner. One of the first results will be new EC2 joint master programs, interdisciplinary master programs, challenge-based, each of them being, again, focusing on one of the SDGs. Just to give an example of all the different deliverables of this alliance, we will have tools to create a sustainable and open pan-European campus for the students, the staff, but also for the citizens. We will also have all the tools enabling that we connect our campuses and we connect our people. And last but not least, we will create a community beyond the Alliance, in particular through different initiatives, in particular the European Talents, the European Education, and the European Engagement. So you see actually that the EC2U Alliance is already creating a lot of added value, mostly in the field of education and service to society. And therefore, the RI4C2 project will now bring an extension of these activities to the research and innovation fields. And in particular, it is based on transformation modules that are going the mini engines that will actually allow our activities to grow and to become efficient. These transformation modules are 7 in number. The number 1 is Common Research Innovation Agenda. The second one deals with the strengthening of human capital, in particular with a focus on brain circulation and gender balance. The third one is on sharing research infrastructures and resources. The fourth one is about the cooperation with non-academic actors. The fifth is about open science, the fifth open science, the sixth citizen science, and the seventh is about cooperation among alliances, because as you know, there are 41 alliances that have been first selected by the European Commission. And now you see how the structure of the RI4C2 project has been devised. And you see that there is actually a very strong connection with the structure of the EC2U Alliance. And from now on, we will actually, with my colleagues, leaders of the different work packages, present you in a nutshell what are the contents of each of these work packages. And we will start with the first one, which is the work package 1, Transformation Management, led by the University of Poitiers, my own university. And in this very first work package, of course, we will deal with the traditional project management, but we have also other concrete activities. In particular, we are going to gather all the information and all the policy aspect related to the creation of a roadmap for having a joint RNI activity within the Alliance. This will in particular be ensured by having a continuous dialogue between the RI4C2 project and the Alliance, including its governance. And at the end of the project, we will launch what we have called a Pan-European Knowledge Ecosystem, PEKE, that will actually build on all the tools and all the platforms developed in the other work packages. So we have actually a project where all the activities are strongly intertwined and they will enrich the mothership, the EC2U Alliance. So now I have the pleasure to call the leader from the second work package. This is my colleague Raúl Sanchez from Salamanca. Raúl, floor is yours.
Thank you, Ludovic.
Please.
Yes, we intend to develop a common and demand-driven research and innovation agenda, and we face two major challenges. Although research is widely internationalized, the cooperation in innovation involves usually more local partners or national ones. And moreover, the second challenge, each university has its own and distinctive roadmap and strategy for research and innovation. So the main goal of this work package is to gradually align our research and innovation strategies in order to converge towards a common research and innovation agenda. Such common agenda will significantly extend this scope of the research and innovation capacity and impact of the whole EC2U Alliance. And at the end of the project, the devised common agenda will pave the way towards future common developments in the research and innovation fields, including a total of 7 virtual research institutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raúl. Now I'm delighted to call the leader of the third work package of the RI4C2 project. This is my colleague Claudia Cavadas from University of Coimbra.
Thank you, Ludovic. So in our work package, so the aim is to support researchers in the development of their career path. And of course, ensuring balanced mobility, physical, virtual, and blended across the Alliance, guaranteeing equal opportunities for all. So how are we going to do this? By the definition of a reference framework aligned with human research strategy for researchers, development of a researcher career development scheme for all of the Alliance, and empowering gender and the represented researchers and innovators. So thank you, Ludovic.
Thank you very much, Claudia. Now I will call the leader of the work package 4. This is our colleague Daniela Ovadia from Pavia. Daniela.
Thank you, Ludovic. So work package 4, University of Pavia, in the EC2U project is also responsible of building the digital infrastructure of the Alliance, and we will build the new tools on top of what we already developed. So this work package has the aims to offer a digital support and the digital coordination to the other work packages and expand the component of the so-called knowledge hub of the Connect Center of EC2U. The knowledge hub is a tool to gather mostly documents and I would say to evaluate what we already did in our own universities in terms of policies and documents on the topics that are of interest of RI4C2. We will provide dedicated technical facilities for populating and publishing dedicated databases. And the characteristics of our knowledge hub is that we use a machine-readable tool that generates content aggregation using semantic searches. So we will be able to perform a mapping of research infrastructures of the 7 Alliance and to publish them like libraries or also specific competencies. And we also will share with the proper work package a study on the feasibility of shared research and innovation platforms. And we will also collaborate in the research part by researching and collecting the existing great literature on policies within the 7 universities on topics like ethics of research, gender gap, researcher's career. So we are the tool to search what we already did in our university and find a common background for our 7 universities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniela. Now we'll call the leader from the work package 5. This is our colleague Dana Strauss from University of Vienna.
Thank you, Ludovic. Hello from all of us here in Jena. We have the pleasure to lead the work package 5 in the next 3 years. As the name of our work package is Innovation Sphere, we were very committed to put the presentation in at least the shape of a hemisphere, so I hope you can read everything all right. So what are we going to do in the next 3 years? As an ongoing activity, we like to promote a state-of-the-art discourse on innovation. You can see that on the left-hand side, we do that with a lecture series innovation. And we already started that 2 weeks ago. The idea of the virtual lecture series is to have 1 episode every 6 months, each time from a different partner with different experts and stakeholders. So check out the EC2U YouTube channel, and ideally already, if you haven't subscribed already, do that, because you can get all the next good and excellent things like the lecture series or the science battle from the EC2U channel. As a second activity, we have the Lighthouses of Innovation, and here we are going to enrich the EC2U community by linking the experts, by linking the projects, the facilities and the institutes that are dedicated to innovation, and to get them to know each other, and also to publish a publication together, a white paper called Recipes of Innovation, an EC2U cookbook. And if you click one more time, Ludwig, you can also see the stakeholders here. And as a third activity, we're finishing strong the RI4C2 project in 2024. We like to do some crowd moving and to invite the whole community to participate in the EC2U Makeathon. And the idea here is to go positively crazy and in a constructive and innovative way. And you're all invited to join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dana. So now it's my pleasure to call the leader from the work package 6. This is our colleague Yonen Mandalaju from the University of Yash.
Thank you very much, Ludovic. First of all, allow me to say hello to all the participants and to send the greetings from the University of Yash. Our role in this alliance and in this project, in this big community of science, is to have in charge the knowledge ecosystem. In this respect, we will try in Yash, of course, in connection with all the other 6 universities, to develop a framework for all 7 local ecosystem. Actually, it is not only a local ecosystem, it is much larger, because it will take in place also some regional stakeholders and participants. They could bring certain contribution to the knowledge ecosystem. Another main goal of this work package will be to identify the championship and the relevant topics in citizen science. And this will bring certain contribution to elaborate then an action plan for citizen science in the free EC2U Virtual Institute. Because it is normal, we are a support for the EC2U Alliance within this research project. And finally, we will try to bring to build a pilot living lab for citizen science. Actually, there will be more than one. There will be several pilot living labs in which all the participants for the alliance will bring contributions. Thank you very much, Ludovic.
Thank you very much, Yonel. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the leader from the work package 7, and this is our colleague Laura Niemi from the University of Turku.
Thank you, Ludovic. And in this work package 7, our focus is on open science practices. And our aim is to uncover existing open science practices, then construct a comprehensive understanding of the open science practices. And this means that we assess and evaluate how they promote different characteristics of open science. Then we create and disseminate new open science practices to all audiences. And then with these aims, to achieve these aims, we are going to produce some concrete guidelines and tools. For example, guidebook for open science champions, masterclasses on open science, and also the open science extension of EC2U Connect Center. And with these concrete actions, our intention is to foster a culture of open science and open innovation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Laura. And now that will be again my turn as the leader of the work package number 8 on transformation dissemination. In that work package, we will really open all these tools, make these tools available to the world. And we will first start by having series of sessions on research and innovation at the so-called EC2U Forum. The EC2U Forum is an event that is organized every 6 months at one of the EC2 university. Of course, because of the pandemic so far, we had only 2 online fora, but at the end of this month, we will have the first face-to-face forum at the University of Salamanca, and we are actually very happy to meet finally face-to-face. And there will be already, I will talk about it a bit later, one RI4C2 session at this EC2 forum. So this will be the first way we disseminate beyond the Alliance all the tools and guidelines that we are going to devise in this project. Another important activity of this work package is to actually coordinate the group of the alliances that have been selected in 2020. There are 24, and we created the so-called 4EU2, Forum of European Universities number 2, because there is a 4EU1 for the first selected alliances in 19. This group, coordinated by the University of Poitiers and basically the RI4C2 project, will actually allow a sharing community to provide good examples developed at this project, but also sharing good practices on how to make these RNI activities a success in the context of the alliances. So actually, if you want to hear more about the EC2U Alliance and the RI4C2 project, well, first, you have the website of the EC2U Alliance where we have regularly news, and now we will have also regular reports on the RI4C2 project. Again, I mentioned we will continue to have every 6 months the face-to-face, but there will always be broadcasted the EC2 fora every 6 months with, as I mentioned, the sessions on the EC2 Virtual Institutes and the RI4C2 project. And as I mentioned already, the next EC2 forum will be held in Salamanca from the 26th to the 28th of October with online broadcasting. And in particular, I would invite those of you who are interested in the research and innovation activities to follow the online session that will be organized on the 27th of October from 11:30 CET on. That will be about enhancing the EC2U links between education and research, and this synergy between the two projects will be at the core of this session. So with this, I thank you all. I thank my colleagues from the different work packages and the EC2 partners. We give you the best wishes for your activities. And of course, stay tuned on the EC2U website, but also on the social media, where you will continuously see where we are going with these very ambitious projects. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye. Bye to all.